What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Hollywood Animal. Whoa! One of my movies disappeared. Hello? What was the movie that was... You guys remember? There was the movie that was paused due to unknown problems. It was blue. I can't remember. It was the Grand Budapest Hotel. I fixed that one. And then there was another one. And I was gonna fix it. Because apparently everybody has confirmed that is indeed a bug. When the movie turns blue in the frame, and then it has a question mark next to it, like when it'll finish or whatever. Apparently there's supposed to be like an event that triggers, and it's not triggering, and then the game doesn't know what to do. So either the only way you can fix it is you reload a previous save where the movie hadn't entered filming yet, production stage, and you can try to hope it doesn't happen again, or you cancel it and restart it like the way I've been doing it. But my movie has disappeared, so I don't know what it was. I don't recall. I'd have to go check the last episode. We have 2 films in the works. We don't have anything in the finished scripts. Maybe it was one of these or something and it just like fixed itself. I don't know. That's confusing. Oh, it's back. Okay, so this is the bug. The only way to fix it is to cancel it and redo it, or reload the save prior to when it enters production, and then hope it doesn't happen again. And we're just not gonna do that. So we kicked it all the way back to the start with Walter West here. We'll give it. You know, it's a pretty good movie. I think we could punch it up pretty well. I know we're working on better... Oh! The Wild West interiors! I see. Oh! Because we have high quality sets, some stuff can actually push to tier 3. We are working on location stuff. So we just need high quality locations, which is currently underway. So we might be able to push some stuff to 3-star. Even more. We have a couple things, like obviously interiors makes total sense because that will be inside a building. So this is the first movie we'll do with our high quality stuff. Let's put Tommy Garcia on this. Do I just keep kicking the can on your contract, my man? I feel like I'm just kicking the can, and I need to just get him locked up for like a 3-year contract. Oh man, we got a lot of good directors available. You're good at winning the beloved. I can't imagine that's part of Desert Gold, right? That's right, the generational conflict Western. Ooh, you like a shootout though. All right, Herman Watson. You've got yourself a job. Does anybody else? You like avenging loved ones. And then weirdly, one of our worst directors is good at a struggle for a better life. So shootout it is. There's a shootout in the movie. Oh, I could have just scrolled down here. Nice. Okay, who are we gonna cast as our outcast here? I think this one we had put a lot of really good people in. So I'm gonna put my best actor in this one. Vincent Parks. I don't think he's ever been an oh, no, you have been an outcast in a recent role. People don't like that. But he's a 9-star. We could make him our villain, though. Because he's never played a bandit. Have you ever been an outcast, Leonard? Nah, let's put Leonard as the outcast. The sidekick can be Theodore Reynolds. Are you brothers? They look kind of like each other. Let's give Theodore. Do you want to put the commanding presence as the sidekick? That just seems weird. All right, give it to his brother, and then Vincent, you're the bandit. You're good in drama. This is an action adventure, so not really your forte, but fine. Slap that on there. Start the project. Let's see how far we can push a 5-star with like our best people. Good experiment. Asphalt Skin is wrapping up shortly. Protection. re-up the protection, please? It'd be kind of nice if they just asked you if you wanted to redo it, rather than having to come in here every single time. Me and the police chief are gonna be like the best friends. I have a great idea for a movie once Felix Hill is done with Bride to Be. Have you ever heard John Mulaney's bit about words that you don't, bad words? Saving the Beloved is a great theme. Thank you, Walter. Finish. Let's have Walter run back a new action movie. I'll finish my John Mulaney bit here in a second. I want to try to do... I kind of want to try to do Kill Bill. I don't know if I have the themes for it, but we're going to call it Kill Will. Kill Jill would be funny. It's like a... You just flip all the roles. It's 100% action. There's like really nothing else in Kill Bill. Modern American City. I mean, it's kind of set in modern Japanese city slash a bunch of other places, really. Right, protagonist is kind of yeah, she's an outcast, I would say. She's not really any of the other themes all that much. Like, kind of a daring adventurer, but more of a murderer. Killer, the murderer is the antagonist, of course. There's more than one, but this is like an amalgamation of Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2. Ooh. It's like definitely a mentor involved. It's been a while since I've seen Kill Bill. There's a lot of other people that get killed as well. There is kind of a femme fatale. Sort of. More of a rival, I suppose. Definitely gratuitous violence. Vivid violence, I should say. Lots of shooting. And then the antagonist does get killed. Select screenwriter. Walter, I'm gonna turn you into... Oh, I guess he's not a director. Slightly higher film. It's a 5-star, 5.4. What was this movie? This was definitely not mine. Working man with a heartless bureaucrat. Generous profanity and the antagonist gets punished. Unrequited love. It's a comedy detective. I thought it was a drama, just reading the themes. Happiness of the cast and crew. Start the post-production. 5-star. We got Rebecca available, so we might as well put Rebecca on it. Do we let Leo continue to grow as a man? and I think we give this to Lee. We want to keep making money. That's the tricky thing, is like balancing people's ability to gain experience with trying to make a profit. Commercial motives is done. We're gonna have so many movies in the theaters all at the same time. This is a cheap movie, huh? Boo. Oh, dang. Who was on that one? Was that, Oh, that was an Emma. Weird. I'm surprised it dropped that much. Commercial motives. Detective romance with a monster. Ooh, I kind of like this one. It kind of vibes to me like he's investigating some sort of like either local figure or religious figure who's like using his influence to wreck the town. But because it's a monster, he's also a vampire. Or maybe he's just a monster inside. The humans were the monsters the whole time. All right, the Four Stooges is definitely going to run past its date. So I don't think we want to try and cannibalize too much, especially with a 4-star. The tricky thing is, like, I've been told that I'm vastly undershooting what my films can perform, especially in like the first 2 weeks. The problem is I don't know how to balance that against, like, when you have another good movie going on. What if you have another bad movie? Like, what if we put it here and run these two concurrently? How fast would we have to print the... there's just no time. I think we just tack it on the end here. And just run it with the full complement of theaters in the first 2 weeks. And if we want to rent more movies for the Four Stooges, we can probably make that work. I'll see how it drops off over the 3 weeks. Or over the 4-week run. But then I think we drop this down to like 2. And then like 700. Because I think it'll drop pretty rapidly. Irvine. Detective with Love. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this one is like billboards, newspapers. Just adults in general. And then can we get people to trick them? David Gutman's down. Welcome back, David Gutman. I missed your face. Enrique Elliott, are you a trickster? You are. Earl Ramirez is not, though. Don't even bring it up around him. All right. Apply. I like the 2 tricks in the 2 weeks, and then to try and keep the press around the movie. Page's Tale has made its money back, thank God. A Few Good Gentlemen. It's like a cowboy movie. Bang, bang. He shot me down. It's like one of Nancy Sinatra's only good songs, and it's not because she's a good singer. It's just an interesting melancholy melody. The Blackest. What is this about? I don't think this is mine either. It's a Jan Rose special. Modern American countryside with an outcast, a criminal mastermind. It is kind of an interesting movie. Let's give it a shot. All right, who we got? We could make this a Benno Beck. Harry Ray. Oh, you've got potential. That's why you're here. I was like, why are your stars so low? Let's give it to Harry. It's not a great movie. Ranch. You need the level. I need to get level 3 soundstage next. That's gonna be a vast improvement. Imagine all the construction and deconstruction that we're gonna have to do, though. Oh, speaking of, I completely forgot about my tangent about a John Mulaney. So John Mulaney has a bit about bad words, and he's like, you know what word is the worst word when you're deciding between 2 words? Like, you know, generally bad things to say about other people, like racist, you know, slurs, that kind of thing. If there's a word you won't actually say, like, you know, the N-word, for good reason, and then there's a word that you will say, I'm not gonna say it because, you know, it's still rude. The word that you will say versus the word you won't say, the word that you won't say is the worst word. That was my idea for a comedy movie. And so the next time we have a Felix Hill special coming out, we're gonna give that to Felix Hill and call it the worst word, and it's gonna feature generous profanity, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, you're the perfect guy for this. You love avenging loved ones. Perfect. So who's our outcast here? Could make it Peter Lukowitz. He's never done an outcast. In fact, he played Pirates twice recently. Although he's good in comedy. This is a comedy. There you go. Perfect. Lorraine. Welcome aboard. The Criminal Mastermind. We'll let Theodore Reynolds let his criminal side fly. A Few Good Gentlemen is already done. The Kino Mark score. 2, 2, 4. Hey. What was the actual score? Okay, so we did good on the Kino Mark. If you get a score above your Kino Mark, or sorry, if your Kino Mark score is above the score of the movie, that means you advertised well, or at least I think that's true. Your targeted audience was correct, or more correct than wrong. Anyway. All right, in it goes. That's an expensive movie too. Protesters gathered at the gates of the White House after the release of the film Bloody Sunday, which is the sequel to the hit Bloody Saturday. They demanded censorship of the theaters. The protest ended in clashes with the police. Bloody Saturday is a Western about murderous deviants who kidnap and torture women and always get away with it. Wow! Is that a real movie? I know Bloody Sunday is like a song, right? The chairman of the Society for Morals and Ethics criticized the government. She told City Lights this film clearly has the backing of someone in the establishment. It's their way of teaching Americans to think we can be killed, robbed, and raped. That is not great. Yikes. What a movie. Not in a good way. Hey, Paige's Tale made a decent amount of money. $1.3 million, okay. Yeah, all right. So 5 stars. We can max out the first 2 weeks and still make decent money on that. So people were 100% right, is that I've been undershooting our first 2 weeks for sure. It does drop off pretty dramatically to like 3,000-ish. Still less than that, honestly, like 2,800. And then even more to like 1,800. So pretty rapidly it drops off. Do I want to set up distribution? It's going to be tricky because we don't have any theaters available. We have some theaters available. Maybe what we do then is just roll it back for in whatever theaters we have available, which is 970 on week 2. Honestly, just go for it. We don't have anything rolling that week, so we might as well just run it this week essentially, and then only push it 2 more weeks, really. If we had a little more, well, hopefully we make $22,000 back in that week essentially. More protests around Bloody Sunday in Alabama. Jesus, people. Social activist known for his stance against immorality and violence that Hollywood is breeding. He was able to end the riots in a minute. Well, good for that guy. Social activist. Oh wait, if we burn this movie theater, they'll build 10 more in its place. Maybe. Depends on it's not the movie theater's fault. Go after the guys who made the movie, you weirdos. Not that you should do that either. That's also insane. Just don't go see the movie. You can protest. Like, unless they're literal Nazis. In which case, you you have my permission to do whatever you want. I also am not in charge. I love the color scheme in these posters here. Comedy, detective, action. I love the pink. The pink and green, it's so summery. I don't know why, I'm really drawn to this one with the paper airplane. All right, so asphalt skin. We're gonna try to overlap this one a little bit here. So the first 2 weeks, it's gonna max out pretty easily. So maybe we do want to add let's try to find what our max is here. So if we're running 6,000 with a 5,000 or a 5-star movie, let's see how that do. And then, so it drops pretty dramatically though. So like that, and then we saw probably like 1,800 was the film. So if we can nail this down, that'll really help us, because we'll be able to figure out like what can we overlap with other movies based on the amount we have available. So apply the printing. We've got movies scheduled like months out at this point, which is great. It's kind of a weird one. Maybe we go radio and then newspapers. Anybody want to do a trick for me? You? Yeah. I love actors that are willing to do a trick. Joanna, are you up for it? Hell yes. The two. Oh, I put them back to back. Whoops. Can I undo that? Oops, I put them on the same week. Can I undo? Yeah, okay. Next week. There we go. Orphanage visit Joanna. Why? I can't imagine you would ever use all of the tricks. What if your movie was just running for months and you just kept doing weird publicity stunts to keep the movie in the theaters? Ratified the 21st Amendment, repealing prohibition. Huzzah! We can drink again legally. Not that we ever stopped. Oh my God. Oh man, what the hell? Oh boys. Right when prohibitions are repealed, they're like, we're going wild up in here. Woo! The Grand Istanbul Hotel has gone up in score. Fantastic. We needed a 7. We've been messing around with 5 stars for a while here. I'm glad to see a 7-star come rolling out. Put Rebecca on it. Put Lee on it. Oops. Don't go outside the studio. Are you crazy? Post-production. Alright. I'm excited for Dungeons and Dragons to wrap filming as well. Speaker of the House of Representatives raised the possibility of introducing censorship. Bad. So much pearl clutchiness. A pretty cheap movie. Not terrible. We didn't put our best people on that. This is kind of like an experience gainer. Yeah, the cinematographer was a drag on it because he's a 3-star, but he has the potential to be like a great one. Put Don Beck in case somebody's dog goes missing and we have to send the man to find it. Ryan Doyle. The idiots in oh god, the Irish accent's back. The idiots in government will never stop screwing over honest businessmen. I just laid my last competitor to rest when those popinjays started letting everyone sell booze again. If the courts in this country worked fairly and not just according to the law, then there'd be due considerable compensation. Moral compensation. I do love it when things are moral. I also had to F around with the business registration. The lads and me almost fell to knives when it came to the official name. We settled on the Doyle Family Company. You think it sounds respectable? Yeah, I think so. Solid but boring. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you your name is bad. I knew you'd like it. A blind man could see it. You're a man of morals and principles. Nothing from Samuel Dixon. Good try, Sam. Let's see. We got 4 scripts in the works. Honestly, let's just roll it back with Jan and Sam. Get more research going. It's a 33% chance to succeed with both of them, so. The hospice visit worked. The quiet. Shh. Silence in the film studio. All right. 6-star. And you're a 4-star, so we did a good job there too. 3-star, 2-star, 2-star, 1. Oh, the bone grinder is a fickle mistress. Although I think the bone grinder seems to be like an amalgamation of like multiple reviewers, because it's always an anonymous person. So it could just be a bunch of people that are just published in this thing. Vincent Rooks is upgraded. Well done, Vincent. Congrats. Elmer's gained experience. Hugh O'Connor's doing good. We should probably review everybody's happiness in a minute. Just to see if we can boost that a little bit. Let's go back to services as well. Only got a couple. Let's get 6 of you. We're down to $1 million, but we do have a lot of stuff in the theater right now. How much of you do we have? 6 or 3? We would like 7. 7. So we're a little low on funds, but we do have a ton of movies that are rolling into the theaters right now. Yes! Tomb Raider is a 4-star movie. Amazing. Elmer, you're doing a good job, sir. I'm proud of you. Start the project. Do we have our best female actress available? I think we put Israel on this one. See, Island, Jungle, and Coast would be perfect ones to put on on location, but you need high quality locations and international. Interesting. Okay, so jungle, we're gonna need a little more for that one to work well. I wonder about these. I've never really high quality, international, high quality. Okay, so high quality becomes like part of the calculus. It's not all of it, which is interesting. And then is that all the locations? Yeah, geez, this is gonna be an expensive movie, you guys. Definitely the Hespro. Definitely the Sonotone. Put all the people. All right, we don't have our best producers available, so we'll put Andrew Farmer here. Director. Do we have anybody who specializes in this shootout and treasure hunt? He's working on a different film, Herman Watson. So we'll just put our best guy. And honestly, Joanna Rose, perfect opportunity for her to be a star. And she loves adventure movies. And historical. Rival and she's a great evil witch. That's amazing. The rival is a male. That's right, because this is Tomb Raider. We don't have any guys who actually like need to gain experience other than David Gutman, but I'd like to put a better guy in that role. So let's put what have you done? Rival? Well, let's not do a rival. So let's do Hugh O'Connor. And then the criminal mastermind. So Vincenzo, you've never been a criminal mastermind. We can put you in that role. Smack that down, start the project. These guys are making good money. Earl Decker is a producer. 5 stars? Or do you have any more potential, my man? You don't. I'm tempted to keep him around. Let's keep him around for a little bit. How cheap can I make you? Pretty dang cheap. All right, let's bring him back. All right, pause real quick. I want to see, is this my people roster? Yes. Where are my producers here? Walter, you're on the outs. You're not coming back. Vincent Rooks is. I probably should have cut out Earl Decker, but honestly, these two are interchangeable. So when Vernon Sanchez comes up, we'll probably pull the plug on this guy. Because I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think we could probably cut it down to 6 or maybe even like 4, because each of these guys can run 2 movies at once. And I feel like the most we'd ever be doing is 8 at the same time. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if these count. So maybe 6 is the appropriate number. Desert Gold is back. Please don't get stuck in production again. I would be 7-star movie. Is that better than it was before? I feel like it is. It might not be true. But my feeling is correct, maybe. Perhaps. Nothing from Russell Adams. All right, Russell. Are you good at anything? Not really. Do we have any ideas that you could just be working on? A thriller Wild West with a cowboy? Detective in an Arthurian legend? Oh, interesting. All right, let's give him the thriller. And then let's let the action modern American town go with Elmer here. Get him some Villa Without an Owner. $756,000. So we still we expected to max out everything that we had here. Yeah, this is about 3,000. This is close. 2,500, which is interesting because I think I dropped one of our films down to 1,800. So setup distribution. Do we even have any theaters to run in? We have some of our own. Pull that back. The Four Stooges. We have a little bit we could be running here. So honestly, yeah, like just run it back for the two weeks we have theaters available for. Just because we don't have to print anything new. We'll run a little more advertising. And then hopefully we make $33,000 back. There's the money that's gonna come rolling back into the studio. Glass of Brandy is not a good movie. This is a great one to put out there just to get experience for our lower level people, though. If they're available, I guess. Cornelius Lopez. A pirate in a Western. I'm trying to think of a Western that has a pirate in it. I'm not a film buff by any, stretch of the imagination. Maybe what we do, actually... Let's hold on to that one. Oh, Bride to Be is done too. Oh my god! Is that a Felix Hill? That has to. This is our Bridesmaids movie. Yeah, that's Felix Hill to a T. You get an 8-star movie. That's Felix Hill for sure. I don't know if our best actors and actresses are available for this movie though. Is the problem? I think they're all busy. Let's shelve that one for a sec too. Ooh, upgrade. Charity! That's kind of fun. Not that I really need the rep. Reputation for loyalty. Well, sure. That's all we got left. Here, let's go look at our people. Stop interrupting me. What is happening? They love generous philanthropists. Donate to charity to boost your rep. Yeah. Whoops. People. Actors by commercial status or skill. Yeah, all of our best people are tied up right now. So I think we're going to hold on to the one movie. Let's roll out, since we do, well, we got 3 here. We got 1 coming out. Let's throw Glass of Brandy out there. Put our worst people on it, just because it's already not a great movie. Oh, 3 stars. Hell yeah. It's always fun when you get that 3-star. We're just gonna pick the bottom of the barrel. Walter, you're only here for 189 days. Let's give you one final hurrah. It's your last job, my man. Struggle for a better life? Struggle for a better life, perfect! It's a marriage made in heaven. Now, we could give this to David, because he has the potential to be a 6-star. And he's never been a working man. Has anybody ever been a pirate? Enrique, now's your chance to work on yourself. Fantastic news. And this will be a good one to feed to our lower level composer as well. We're gonna hold on to Bride to Be until some of these other ones that have our best actresses in them. Oh, what is this? Joe Green. Oh, this is the guy who ended the protest. I gotta give him a good voice. Well, I love Christmas. It was on this day, December 25th, 1917, that my arm was blown off by a German grenade. If it hadn't been for that, I'd probably be talking to you today as a partner or a competitor. I was born to be a businessman. I take after my father and grandfather. They both made a killing, but they always gave back more than they got. But it was there, in a French trench on a frosty Christmas morning, that I truly found myself, and truly found the Lord inside me. I realized who I was meant to be. A one-armed man is no good at raking in money, but he can point the way. I agree with those protesters in Montgomery, you know. Maybe not with their loudmouth leaders, but with the ordinary people, sure. Their hearts are in the right place. Yes, I stood against the riots, but not because I think they're immoral. I just think they'll be ineffective. Congressmen, businessmen, preachers. I'm fortunate enough to call some of the best of them my friends, but even so, they are doomed to squabble and fuss. That is their nature. It is their role. The newspapers may call me a mediator or a man of compromise, but in truth, I'm just a little cricket on the hearth, playing his fiddle. And when I finish this tune, I assure you, everyone will be in agreement. That will be my gift to you, in the film industry, and to America. Merry Christmas. Just random as hell. I don't really like presents. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Green. I like to be congenial with everybody is what I've decided. I don't think I made my advertising money back, so that was a poor decision. That's okay though. We're learning. Basically, if you can't run it for more than 2 weeks, don't even bother resetting up distribution is what I've learned. All right, I want to get the Four Stooges into production here. It's going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but I really want to see how my 9-star movie starts. I did lose $1 million, so I don't have to pay any taxes, which is great. How did we do? I don't think any of these are mine. No. No critical acclaim. No for audience appeal. No one got any experience. Contract renewal, sure, I'll bring you back, Fred Casey, for 6 years. I'll give you normal medical insurance. Normal medical insurance is too much. Take it off the table. He costs $300 a month? The head of post-production? You gotta value yourself, man. The pirate! He's played the pirate so many times, they're like, he has to be a pirate now. The Grand Istanbul Hotel is done. It's gone down a little, but not too bad. Good job, Rebecca and Lee. Like, these are too, like, detective-y. I'm gonna go with this middle one. I can't remember if the Grand Budapest Hotel had, like, some sort of, tagline. I just, like, it's not coming to mind. So this is a 6-star, maybe 7,000 theaters. Is that the way to go? And then jack it up and go like 6,000. I just like, it makes me really nervous to rent theaters. Because like, if you don't fill them, you're just wasting money. But I think we can fill these and then maybe drop it to 2,000 at the end here. Maybe 2,500. We're so far out that we're like, well, we're starting to catch up with our slower printing company here. The extreme pipeline of movies that we had running is slowed down. I'm gonna go with these two. They're just like my standbys. They seem to work pretty well. Apply. Anybody want to do a trick for me? It's a drama comedy. I did that. Who did that? Jan Freeman would never. Neither would Benjamin Rhodes. Okay, all right. You guys are you bunch of prudes. Wouldn't do a trick to save their life. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Well, A Few Good Gentlemen is probably gonna make us $1 million. Well, no, wait. I think I pulled that one back where it's only like running 1 week. The Quiet has made. Okay, so so this is a 5-star movie, maxed out at above 5,000 theaters, then ran about 5,000 theaters in week 2. So 5,000 should be our week 2 goal for a 5-star movie. And then it drops pretty precipitously to around 2,800, I think, and then around 1,800. So keep that in your head. We could run it back. Let's see what we got available. So this would run over the Four Stooges. I just don't see that working out for us. So I think I'm actually going to just end distribution here. At $780,000, that's pretty good. The Four Stooges. You won't believe this one. Give me a good score. Hey! Oh, it's a 5-star! Only one review from the Bone Grinder. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. All right, these people all need some gifts here. They're all kind of cranky. Are those all my like they're all like my staff. Yep. Send it out there. Let's see how it does in the first week here. But before general staff, management. Yes. Okay. Let's get my management just like a bunch of cigars. Here you go, my man. And Rose, you need some whiskey. You need a pick me up. Fred Lawson. Let's give you some cigars. Fred Casey, why are you so cranky, my man? Things are going well in the studio. Johnny Payne, you get a watch. Victor Lambert, you get a cigar box. And then anybody who's got double yellow should get a gift. There we go. Leo Grant Services. Yeah, the guy who's bringing these in from overseas. All right, that's a pretty good haul of presents there. Dungeons and Dragons is done. Pretty expensive movie. A lot of our movies seem to be pushing up around between 500,000 and 700,000. 6-star movie is fantastic. We can definitely make a lot of money on that. Now that I know I've been undershooting our first 2 weeks by a lot, I think we've got kind of the keys to the kingdom here. Put our best feet forward on the D&D movie. It's my personal project. Have at it. All right, so we did free up Cecilia Woods. I think now's the time to run the bride-to-be. So let's get John Bierman. The Ben stage. City interiors. It's going to be a pretty cheap movie to make. Relatively speaking. Best film, best sound. Max out everything else. Andrew, you're the best producer we got. Wallace. Oh, we don't have great people available, but everybody else is pretty tied up. You're in pre-production, so you're going to be in Tomb Raider for a long time. So let's give it to Cecilia Woods. The love interest, we'll put it with Kevin Sarver here. Love interest, femme fatale. So she's never been the hopeless romantic. And then Joseph Lynch, you can be the corrupt official, my man. Perfect. Slap that seal. This is the longest episode I've done in a long time. All right. Let me see how those Four Stooges did, and then we'll call it an episode. All right. Tomb Raider is ready to rock and roll. It's gone up to a 6-star. Start production. Do it. Go, Arturo. Go. Now let me see how the Four Stooges is performed. The trick worked. A Few Good Gentlemen. Set up distribution. It's gonna run. It's just not gonna fly. Like, I'm sorry, people. The Four Stooges is gonna cannibalize like all of our stuff for us here. Vernon Sanchez? No. You were the guy who was like, we gotta cut you loose, right? Because you're a 5-star. Yep. Sorry, bud. We've got too many producers as it is. The Four Stooges has made $1 million in 1 week. This is fantastic. All right. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Hollywood Animal or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.